Football League in his career, 30 touchdown receptions. Marcus Allen, number 32, the number 2 rusher in the National Football League. Last week in the ball game against Denver, he carried for 173 yards. This year, he has scored already 11 touchdowns. For the Atlanta Falcons, the number 1 rusher in the National Football League with 1,248 yards, 12 more than Marcus Allen, the great Gerald Riggs. Rainy day in Georgia, and it will be cold this afternoon. The temperature in the low 50s and dropping. Storm warnings out until 5 o'clock this afternoon. That's just about an hour from now. Hello, everybody. I'm Charlie Jones, and this is Sam Ritigliano. And, Sam, the field, it has been covered, but because of the rain and the weather, it'll be slippery and muddy in some spots. What effect will that have on these 2 great running backs?
Well, the 2 backs are going to enjoy it, finally being in the mud. But the ball does take 20 bounces during a day like today.
Now, let's talk about Marcus Allen having another great year.
Marcus Allen is the consummate running back. He runs, he blocks, he throws, he catches. Watch him operate out of the I formation today, and the 2 things that he does well is he eludes tacklers and many times makes yards when the blocking is not there.
For the Atlanta Falcons, Gerald Riggs is the leading rusher in the National Football League, ironically drafted just ahead of Marcus Allen, but this is the first year that everybody has found out how great a running back he really is.
He's having a Pro Bowl year, and he's done it under adverse conditions. The offensive line has been plagued with injuries the entire year. He's big, he's strong, and when he gets into the open field, he can hit that home run.
So today on NBC Sports, you will see the 2 best running backs in the National Football League. Atlanta against the Raiders in just a moment.
Today from Atlanta Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's the Los Angeles Raiders versus the Atlanta Falcons. Brought to you by L.A. from Anheuser-Busch. With half the alcohol of our regular beer, sometimes it's the perfect thing to say. By Radio Shack, a division of Tandy Corporation. And by Burger King. Aren't you hungry for Burger King, Herb?
Here are the standings in the AFC West this morning. Denver and the LA Raiders tied for first with identical 8-4 records. Now, Denver is currently playing at Pittsburgh, and there's just about 2 minutes to go in that ball game, and the Broncos lead it by 1, 24-23. Officially now 1:30 left to play in that ball game. And Atlanta will be receiving here, so that means that Chris Barr is kicking off with Cliff Austin, Dan Wagner, the deep backs on the return. And here is Austin from a yard deep. A flag is already down as he returns to about the 16-yard line, where Jack Sklarek brings him down. But we have that flag dropped at the 30-yard line. Jerry McBride is the referee. And Ben Montgomery, the umpire, is the official talking with him.
There is no foul on the play. There is no foul.
So they will put the flag back in their pockets, and Atlanta will go to work. Offensively, Dave Archer. Gerald Riggs, he is the man to watch. Arthur Cox, Billy Johnson, Charlie Brown, Cliff Benson. And that offensive line, and it's kind of a helter-skelter offensive line. Sanders, Kiwa, Van Note, Pellegrini, and Fralick, they've made all kinds of changes. They've lost 3 starters out of that offensive line. And here is Gerald Riggs. And Riggs is cut down just about at the line of scrimmage by Stacy Turan, the strong safety.
And Stacy Turan, the strong safety, is committed to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have 8 people on the line of scrimmage to stop that single back attack.
You're looking now at the basic 3-4 set of the Raiders. They're the linebackers. And the secondary that is talked so much about with Hayes and Haynes in the corner. Turan and Otis McKinney, as Van McElroy is out with a hamstring. Not expected to play, but could, but not expected to. Second down and 10. No gain on the last play, and here's Gerald Riggs. Riggs across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. So he'll be picking up around 6 yards on the play as Joe Washington comes in on a 3rd down and 4. But Gerald Riggs is going to be the man that everybody is watching today. This is the leading rusher in the National Football League, has that 12-yard edge on Marcus Allen. So that's one of the key matchups, game within the game, Sam.
And it's unbelievable that he has not had one fumble this year with all those carries.
Third down and 4. Ball game just underway. Archer rolling left. Nobody takes the fake, and he goes out of bounds at around the 23-yard line. So it'll be fourth down, still 3 yards to go. And the kicking team comes down. That means that Ralph Giacomo will be kicking. Giacomo, let me correct that pronunciation, out of Penn State. Atlanta with not only injuries to everybody in the offensive line and injuries almost everybody in the secondary. Rick Donnelly, their starting punter, was also injured. And so, Giacomo will be kicking to Fulton Walker. Walker, the number 3 punt returner in the AFC. Atlanta with a 2-10 record, and the Raiders with an 8-4 record. Good catch. Taken at the 31-yard line. To the 40, the 45, 50. And is brought down by the kicker. Ralph Giacomo saving the touchdown. Fulton Walker with an outstanding return.
The kicker kicked a blue dotter. It was a returnable ball. He did not give his coverage a chance to get back down there as we look at Giacomo. Excellent return by Walker, but it was a line drive punt.
34 yards on the return by Fulton Walker. And here's the punter at work. Hey, not a bad tackle.
Now we know why the punter got hurt at Atlanta.
That's what happened. You're right. Exactly. And came down with a knee injury. So the Raiders go to work at the Atlanta 36 first down. Here's Mark Wilson. Wilson goes for it all into coverage. And it is intercepted in the end zone. Bobby Butler. Dookie Williams, the intended receiver.
The Raiders want to go back to the vertical game, go to the deep pass, but watch Butler now on Dookie Williams. Butler has excellent position, reaches over to the outside, and makes an outstanding catch, but the ball was thrown deep, and Bobby Butler, number 23, made a great...
35 seconds. That is the time remaining in the first quarter. We have no score. First turnover. Bobby Butler with the interception as the Raiders went deep. And here's a look at the Falcons and their opponents scoring quarter by quarter. And as you can see, when the Falcons get down to the fourth quarter, their opponents have a field day. They also have a good time in the second period. The Raiders, the heavy favorites in this ball game. And of course, next week, Los Angeles at the Denver Broncos. But first things first, Atlanta has the ball at their own 20-yard line, first down. A little play action to Gerald Riggs, and the Falcons go deep into coverage, and the pass is caught by Billy White Shoes Johnson at the Raiders' 40-yard line. Lester Hayes with the coverage, a gain of 40 on the play. Hayes played him well, just an excellent offensive play, Sam.
Outstanding. It was an excellent throw by Dave Archer. He play action fakes to Riggs. Now he's coming back. Now he wants to throw the ball right over the helmet of Lester Hayes, the corner. Watch it go right over his helmet, and Billy Johnson makes a nice catch. Good concentration. Now Howie Long on Freilich, he falls down, and this is going to be a key matchup all day long with Bill Freilich and Howie Long.
The Falcons are first down at the Raiders' 40-yard line. Little counter step to the left, and here comes Riggs back to the right. Has the first down, 26-yard line. Gain of 14 yards on the play and a first down. Lester Hayes with the tackle for Los Angeles. So the Falcons showing an offensive thrust here.
The thing that can help them more than anything right now is to get on the board. That can establish something in this football game.
Fourth quarter, Denver 31, Pittsburgh 23. Well, that's been back and forth.
That changed fast.
Yeah. Officials are going to mark it at the 27-yard line officially. And it's a first down. Johnson in motion. And here's Gerald Riggs. And he is wrapped up. We'll give him a yard at the 26, so it'll be second down. So that means that in the West, Denver's record is now 9-4, and the Raiders need to win here to tie, or to remain in a tie after today's action. A fake of the reverse. Here's Riggs as he keeps. Doesn't seem to fool a lot of people. And he'll lose a yard, maybe two.
Well, when Gerald Riggs has the ball, you can do all the faking you want. They're going to go after Gerald Riggs.
Reggie McKenzie made the tackle for the Raiders. So Riggs loses a yard now. 5 carries and 19 yards rushing. A chance to look at the other scores of the early games in the National Football League. Cincinnati with that big win. Fourth quarter, Philadelphia out in front of Minnesota. A final, New Orleans defeating the Rams 29-3. Boy, things are getting NFC West, yes.
And both coaches' names were Phillips. Bum and Wade.
Bum and Wade. Third down with pressure. The pass is complete to Billy Johnson. Johnson is dropped at the 21-yard line after a gain of 6 on the play. And it is James Davis who makes the tackle. And the kicking team comes in, so a field goal attempt by Mick Luckhurst. Dave Archer will be holding, and the snapper is the offensive left tackle, Eric Sanders. Luckhurst is hit 19 of 22 and is now number 3 on the all-time list in the National Football League in percentage of field goals with 73.7. This one from the 29, an attempt of 39 yards. From 39 yards away, it is good. And the Falcons are on the board. Is Atlanta 3, the Raiders nothing, 11-10. Time remaining in the first quarter. Cleveland 35, the Giants 33. That's a fourth quarter score. That game's still going on. And Philadelphia 23, Minnesota 21. That's a fourth quarter score. And here it is Atlanta 3, the Raiders nothing in the first quarter. Fulton Walker takes it right at the goal line. To the 10, a little sluggish in the going. It has been raining, and he's wrapped up after a good return at the 37-yard line. John Thomas of the Falcons is the man who got him. Let's look at the offensive set of the Los Angeles Raiders with Mark Wilson, the quarterback, Hawkins and Allen, the running back, Hester, of course, the rookie, Dokie Williams, and the great tight end, Todd Christensen. And that offensive line of Davis, Hanna, Mospar, Marvin, and Lawrence. Illegal procedure on the kickoff against the Falcons. It is refused. And the Raiders have the ball at their own 37-yard line. Raiders have been on the field offensively for just one play, and that was the interception by Bobby Butler in the end zone. And here's Marcus Allen. Allen to the 44-yard line, gain of 7. It'll be second down and 3. John Rady making the tackle. Let's look at that Falcon defense. Brian Pitts, Benish, and Gann. Gann, of course, being the rookie. Rady, Curry, and Richardson, the 3 linebackers. Falcons, one of the few teams in the National Football League with a standard 4-3 set. Butler, Kaysen, Case, and Tiger Green, 2 rookies in that secondary. They've had a lot of injury problems in the secondary and in their offensive line. Second down and 3. First down for Marcus Allen. Scott Case making the tackle. A gain of 16 yards on the play. And don't worry about it. Marcus does know that he trails Riggs by 12 yards. Isn't that right, Sam?
That's exactly right. Watch Marcus now. It's a counter play to his left. Gets a good block by number 70, Henry Lawrence. Now he's in the open field, and he causes people to miss. Now watch him spin and turn for extra yardage. This is going to be a great matchup between Riggs and Allen.
Marcus Allen, the number 2 rusher in the National Football League. And, of course, Gerald Riggs for the Falcons, the number 1 rusher. Mark Wilson, the throw, fires, and it is incomplete. Jesse Hester, the rookie tight end from Florida State, the intended receiver. And Wendell Kaysen had the coverage, so it'll be second down and 10 at the 42.
It's going to be very important for Atlanta today to stop Christensen. As you can see, he's being mugged by the 2 linebackers. He and Allen are the 2 most productive pair of the Raider offense.
He's We've had rain last night, fog and rain last night, rain all day today, and storm warnings. And in addition, the Falcons have a 2-10 record, so there will be some empty seats today, and that should come as no surprise to anybody. Marcus Allen getting the call. Al Richardson makes the tackle. Richardson played his collegiate ball at Georgia Tech, and the Ramblin' Wreck still celebrating after the win over Georgia last night. Marcus Allen, 3 carries, 26 yards rushing. The ball at the 37-yard line. 3rd down and 5. Falcons out in front by a score of 3-0 on a Mick Luckhurst 39-yard field goal. And Denver defeating Pittsburgh 31-23. So the Broncos record 9-4. Touchdown, Jesse Hester. 37 yards.
And the name of that game is pass protection. He had all day long in the pocket to find Jesse Hester. And there's Mark Wilson congratulating him. That's the one thing they wanted to do today. Get to the vertical game. Get to the bomb. They went to it right away and had an interception, and now a touchdown by Jesse Hester.
37 yards on the touchdown pass, and ironically, the drive started at the Los Angeles 37-yard line. Extra point is good, and the Raiders have moved out in front by a score of 7-3 with 8:52 left to go. We're in the first quarter.
Mark Wilson is setting, and watch the protection. He's got all day long. He's going to go to the corner on the left of your screen to Jesse Hester, and you can see 20 trailing Wendell Kaysen. That's the man that he beat to the inside and then broke it cleanly to the outside and was wide open. Excellent throw and protection by Mark Wilson.
And for Hester, that is his 5th touchdown reception on the year, and for Mark Wilson, his 12th touchdown pass. Austin and Wagner are deep, and it'll be Cliff Austin on the return. And the flag is down at the 10-yard line. Jerry Robinson had the coverage on the special teams for the Los Angeles Raiders. And the penalty will be against the Falcons.
Holding number 92 on the receiving team. First down.
Ronnie Washington called with a holding penalty.
This is what will hurt their offense more than anything. Facing a 95-yard drive when you want to run the football with Gerald Riggs.
First down at the 5-yard line. Riggs so far has rushed for 19 yards. Marcus Allen has rushed for 26. And here comes Riggs again from the 5. We will give him 3 to the 8, and it'll be 2nd down and 7. Fourth quarter, Philadelphia 23 and Minnesota 21. Eagles up by 2. 49ers leading Washington 7. I think that game just underway. Seattle leading Kansas City in the Kingdome 3-0. And that game just underway. Here it is 7-3 with just over 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Raiders out in front of the Atlanta Falcons. And Riggs to the 10-yard line. They may this mark at the 11-yard line. Drama continues in Giants Stadium. The Jets had it there last Sunday, and now the Giants. But this time, as Ahmad told you, the Giants coming out on the short end of a 35-33 score. 3rd down and 4. Archer. And the pass is incomplete. Charlie Brown, the intended receiver.
We have an offside by Howie Long.
Offside, number 55, defense, first down.
Matt Millen.
Matt Millen. Tagged with the offside. That'll take the ball to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Correction, number 75 offside.
Aha.
75.
It was Howie Long.
That's why they have erasers on pencils, Charlie. And there's Howie Long, a little too quick, and they gave them a key first down because now they're out beyond the 15 and they have some operating room. They need to knock out a couple of first downs now and not have to punt and give the Raiders good field position.
In track, you call that a rolling start that he got because he was off and moving. Here's Riggs. A couple of yards to the 18-yard line. It will be 2nd down and 8. Otis McKinney making the stop. Now, Dave Archer has not been that impressive as a throwing quarterback. Had a terrible game last week. Replaced by Holly. Holly was not, he wasn't that impressive either. So everybody knows that Riggs is going to be carrying the ball, including the Raiders defense. So they are geared to stop Riggs.
What they have to do is they have to throw more on first down. They have to throw off play action because the Raiders are a good enough defense to stop Riggs or control him.
2nd down and 8. It is caught by Charlie Brown. No, they're going to rule it incomplete. Howie Long was putting the pressure on Archer. Archer came to his right. I thought Charlie Brown was a little late coming back to him, Sam.
This is by design. They're going to take Archer out of there so he can get away from the pressure. Howie Long is pursuing him. Now Archer throws the ball upfield, complete, but out of bounds. No, it's not complete. That would have been a catch, but Charlie Brown dropped the ball.
Archer's completed 2 of 3 for 46 yards. Of course, the big one to Billy Johnson. And it's 3rd down and 8. The ball at the 18-yard line. Has protection over the middle, and that was catchable. Anthony Allen juggled it and dropped it. Lester Hayes was chasing him. That was not the quarterback's ball. Archer laid that one in.
He laid it right in there. We had good protection, and Anthony Allen should have made that play. Archer is trying to find the single coverage right now. He finds it right in the middle of your screen. He hits him right in the hands. Allen has the ball. He could have taken it for more yardage and dropped the football, and they need to make plays if they want to stay in this football game. He should have made the catch.
Lester Hayes had very tight coverage on him, but that's the kind that you have to make. Giacomo will be kicking. And Fulton Walker will be returning. Taken at the 47-yard line. He'll have 7 yards on the return to the Atlanta 45. A 35-yard kick. We've got a timeout. Tom Pridemore was there for the Atlanta Falcons. Raiders lead it 7-3. The possession. Atlanta has had the ball 6 minutes and 21 seconds. The Raiders 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and the Raiders lead it by a score of 7-3.
Field position has really hurt Atlanta. Giacomo has punted the ball poorly, and he's given the Raiders an opportunity for return to football. And now they're on their own 45-yard line, Atlanta that is, and the Raiders have good field position. Right now, the Raiders are operating on a short field, and Atlanta is operating on a much longer field.
And both fields are very wet. Could be slippery and will be muddy after they're turned up. There was a tarp covering the field due to the rain, but it's still underneath. It still has that dampness that just comes through. Second back coming through, Marcus Allen now for an update. NFL 85, Ahmad Rashid. Amazing.
That makes it even more interesting for San Francisco.
That's right. The Rams' record now is 9-4. San Francisco's record is 7-5. Their game just underway, and they still play each other in the West. Little play action fake. Flags are down, and the pass is incomplete. Trey Junkin, the intended receiver. Wendell Cason, number 20, the rookie out of Oregon, signed as a free agent.
Holding, number 23, defense, automatic first down.
Holding on Bobby Butler. Butler with the interception for the Atlanta Falcons. That was in the end zone on the Raiders' first offensive thrust.
They were trying to isolate two receivers, and it was a play action, and I think Butler got fooled, and he grabbed the receiver.
First downs are even at 3 apiece, just over 5.5 minutes time remaining. We're in the first quarter. Is Marcus Allen. And Allen just scoots through across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Where Buddy Curry, the leading tackler for the Falcons, brings him down. No, they'll mark it even more. Let's give him to the 33.
This is an offensive line now to have played together just 3 games. And I watch Hanna, 73 on Benish, gets good movement, and he pushes him back off the line of scrimmage, and now he's looking for someone else. But just to the right of that hole, Marcus Allen went through it for a substantial gain of 8 yards.
Second down and 3 at the 33-yard line. Wilson going deep again. Incomplete. Jesse Hester, the intended receiver, and Scott Case, along with Wendell Kaysen, were picking him up for the Falcons. So the Raiders going long early in this ballgame, time and time again.
They're trying to get the vertical game. There's 72 Mosbar. Hanna goes to his feet. He's getting help by 27 Hawkins, and Hester is going to drop this football. He's open. He gets both hands on the ball, but he's leaving his feet. He should take another step, try to run through the wall and make that catch. Now, last week, he dropped a similar pass right in the end zone, but they are not hiding their intention. They're trying to go deep for the bomb.
Mark Wilson has completed 1 of 4 passes, and that was the 37-yard touchdown pass. This one is low. And this is to Jesse Hester again, and Kaysen has the cover. So it'll be 4th down and 3 back at the 33-yard line. And Ray Guy will come in to kick. A field goal attempt would be at about the 40-yard line. It would be an attempt of 50 yards. Not that much wind, and what wind he had, would be with Chris Barr. But it's tough to go for long field goals when you have a sloppy field. You can't get that plant foot down.
Exactly. The field goal kicker would not have his timing and good balance on the field. So bringing your punter in is a good move at this point. There's Anthony Allen counting them. You're supposed to have 10 now, Anthony, and you make 11.
Guy going for the right-hand corner, and he's not going to get it. It'll be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. So Atlanta offensively will go to work at their own 20-yard line as we check the scoreboard. Denver 31, Pittsburgh 23. That is a final. And Denver and the Raiders meet next week at Mile High Stadium. Cleveland 35, Giants 33. That is a final. Houston 27, but Cincinnati 45. Minnesota 28, Philadelphia 23. Philadelphia led 23-0 in that ballgame. 4:39 time remaining here. First quarter, Raiders lead at 7-3. Little mix-up on the receiver, but Gerald Riggs finally pulled it in. Howie Long with the tackle, along with Stacy Turan.
They've got 8 people on the line of scrimmage, and they're going to have to throw the ball on play action on first down, and that'll loosen up the defense, and then they can get back to Gerald Riggs running the football. But they have to have some degree of flexibility in their attack.
And a chance to look at some of the other finals, and this game just underway. San Francisco 7, Washington 0. First quarter score. Again here, Raiders lead at 7-3. Second down and 1 at the 29-yard line, and here's Gerald Riggs. Riggs needs to only cross the 30, and he does to the 31. He'll have the first down. What does this do? You've got the top 2 running backs in the National Football League in Gerald Riggs and Marcus Allen. You've got a sloppy track, bad field.
Well, I think it's going to help both the backs because they're big, strong backs, and they've got good strength. As we look at someone getting some instruction on the sideline, apparently from defense. But I think a track like this is going to help both backs. The key to it is obviously the Raider offensive line.
Riggs 9 for 29 yards rushing in this ballgame. Little play action fake. And the pass is incomplete. Lester Hayes was going up for it. Billy Johnson, the intended receiver. And James Davis was also there for the defense.
play action pass because they're trying to get some protection, but 30 is the strong safety, and they're getting pressure. That's Howie Long and Bill Pickell, and they're knocking the quarterback on the ground. It doesn't make any difference right now, but it does as the game goes along. The Atlanta coach right now talking about defense and some adjustments as the offense is on the field.
2nd and 10, the ball at the 31-yard line. Riggs just keeps coming. He has 7 yards to the 38. So it'll be 3rd down and 3. Stacy Turan and Reggie McKenzie stop him at the Atlanta 38-yard line. 3rd down, and that means that Riggs will come out, and Joe Washington comes in to replace him. Washington, formerly with the Washington Redskins, acquired in a trade this year. And, of course, with San Diego, Baltimore, Washington, now Atlanta, was the Chargers' #1 draft choice back in 1977. 3rd down specialist, 3rd down and 3. Excellent receiver. It's there! Arthur Cox! Almost slowed up too soon. To Arthur Cox, 62 yards.
They moved the quarterback to help in their protection, and Stacy Turan made the critical mistake. He went in for the interception, and he was the last defender, and Arthur Cox went all the way for a touchdown. Should never gamble. It's better to make the tackle and line up for a 1st down rather than give up the touchdown.
An 80-yard drive in 5 plays. The Falcons have regained the lead. The score, Atlanta 10, the Los Angeles Raiders 7, with 2:29 left to go in the 1st quarter.
Watch Dave Archer now drop back, and he'll go by design to his left so he can have protection. Now he can see upfield. He throws the ball. Now watch 30 go in for the interception, and you cannot do that, and that allowed Cox to go all the way for a touchdown. Stacy Turan should have stayed behind the receiver and gone through him to the football. You just don't gamble when you're the last line of defense. And the result is Atlanta is ahead now, 10-7.
And you wonder about the kind of shake-off move by Arthur Cox when he said, to his opposition, I've got it. But Arthur Cox is 6'2", weighs 255 pounds.
The reason for that, Charlie, is the play before that, Arthur Cox and Stacy Turan got into an altercation. So he was taunting him as he crossed the end zone.
Today's telecast presented by authority of the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Atlanta Falcons and the National Football League is prohibited. McClucker's kicking off for the Falcons with Sam Seal and Fulton Walker deep. And here's Sam Seal on the return. 11-yard line. Good play by Ronnie Washington, the linebacker, down very quickly on the special team. 8th-round draft choice out of Northeast Louisiana State.
And he's their best special teamer, and they call him Clubber, because when he hits them, he clubs them and they go down.
Here's the Clubber at work.
Here's the Clubber at work, 92. Now watch him. Leave your feet. Just dive and leave your feet. Catches Seal right on the heel and knocks him down on the 10-yard line.
1st down for the Raiders. Marcus Allen, the remaining back. And Allen is dropped for a loss, wrapped up by Mike Pitts. Big defensive play as the Falcons rising to another level of excellence.
Isn't it amazing how one big play can arouse the whole team? Right now, they have gotten what they needed. They're ahead, and they're making big plays, and they've got the Raiders pinned back. Dan Henning is on the sideline, and I'm sure he's enjoying it as of right now.
Marcus Allen thus far 6 carries and 30 yards rushing. It's second down and 13, the ball at the 8-yard line. Here's Marcus Allen. Back to the 11. 3 tough yards that simply were not there, and he got them. It'll be third down and 10. John Rady, the linebacker for the Falcons, makes the tackle.
The Falcon defense is a 4-man line, but it's designed just like the Bears. Of course, not the same people. And they're a very penetrating defense, and their 4 up-front defensive linemen are young, but they're very big, very strong, and dominating. And right now, they're doing an excellent job against the Raider running game.
Third down and 10. The Raiders have converted 1 of 3 third down opportunities. The pass is complete to Todd Christensen. He may have it.
It's going to be very close, but I think he has it.
Scott Case, the strong safety with the tackle. He needed 10 yards. And it looks like it's right on the marker. They may want to measure it. About 4 inches shy. So it'll be fourth down and inches. And you've got to kick. You cannot make a mistake on this kind of a field.
Not at this stage of the game, but aren't those spots critical? It's almost like brain surgery when they spot that ball, and 4 inches means a possession, or you have to bring your punter in to give up the ball.
So Ray Guy will be kicking to Anthony Allen. Ray Guy saying, now punting has changed in the 13 years that he has been in the National Football League. When he first came in, it was pure distance, and now it's more accuracy. Here, though, he needs the old style. He needs distance and hang time for his coverage men. Oh, he's got it. The consummate professional at work. Oh, that is gorgeous. That really is.
And the thing that he did very well, Charlie, he kicked it deep and high, but away from the returner. There was no way he could feel that ball and get it back upfield. And that was key, because they would have really had to trade poor field position. Now watch Guy now hit the sweet spot. Watch him follow through and watch that leg rise up. And he knows right now that he hit the meat of that football and got an excellent kick that was non-returnable.
56 yards for Ray Guy. The ball at the Atlanta 24-yard line, first down Falcons, and the Falcons lead by 3, 10-7. 18 seconds time remaining in the first quarter. And Billy Johnson comes in motion. He gives to Gerald Riggs. And Riggs will have a yard to the 25-yard line. It'll be second down and 9. As the first quarter comes to a close with the tackle of Bill Pickel. So we can put it in the books. After 1, the score, the Atlanta Falcons 10 and the Los Angeles Raiders 7 at the Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. We'll be back for the second quarter. Long, leading the Raiders in sacks with 8.5 coming into the ballgame. And he'll play all over that defensive line if you don't watch it.
And that's vogue in the league right now, much like Mark Gastineau. And what they want to do is make sure no offensive lineman can spend the whole week knowing how they're going to block Howie Long. They try to put him all over the place, which gives them a lot more of an advantage of rushing the passer.
Second down and 9. Falcons leading 10-7 as we start the second quarter. Billy Johnson in motion. Dave Archer to throw, has pressure, goes deep. And it is incomplete. Anthony Allen, the intended receiver. Bill Pickel was putting the pressure, and Lester Hayes had the coverage downfield. Let's look at the statistics in the first quarter. There they are.
The biggest stat has to be the passing yards by the Falcons, and of course in that one big play, which gave them an opportunity to jump up 10-7. Time of possession right now, really, there's no factor.
That's right, the 62-yard touchdown pass to Cox. That's the big difference as far as statistics are concerned in the first half. Third down and 9. The ball at the 25-yard line. And we have jumping by the Raiders. Piquel made contact first. The question is whether or not he was drawn off. You know, offensively from tackle to tackle, once they go down to the 3 or 4 point stance, you cannot move.
Ball start, number 64, offense.
And it was Joe Pellegrini who did move, formerly with the New York Jets. That'll take the ball back to the 20-yard line, and the down goes over. It'll be third down and 14. Penalties, the Raiders 1 of 5. Atlanta 4 for 20 in the ballgame.
This is a very difficult down because they can't hit an inside receiver and get the 13 or 14 yards because they're not going to be able to hit their outside receivers with Haynes and Hayes matching up on them.
Anthony Allen in motion. Archer to throw, and he is sacked. First sack of the ballgame.
That was 99, Sean Jones, who has replaced Lyle Alzado. He's big and strong and very quick. Watch him go through two blockers. He's going to come right out of the middle of the screen, and that was sheer pressure and strength right in the middle to sack Dave Archer.
But what it also means is that Giacomo will be kicking the ball now back at the 11-yard line. And with any kind of a return, the Raiders are going to have great field position.
He better not kick a blue darter because that thing will come right back in his face, and they're going to get the ball at midfield.
Fulton Walker back to the 50 and to the 47-yard line of Atlanta. 44-yard punt, a 7-yard return. Thomas Benson makes the tackle for the Atlanta Falcons. We've got a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. Jones, Sam Rutigliano, 14 minutes, 24 seconds. Time remaining in the first half. Atlanta 10, the Los Angeles Raiders 7. Raiders with the first down at the Atlanta 47-yard line. And here's Marcus Allen. Marcus, thus far, prior to that carry, had rushed for 33 yards. This play goes to the 42, so you can add 5 more to his total. 8 carries, 38 yards. Rick Bryan and Buddy Curry on the tackle.
Watch 60, Kurt Marsh, #1 draft choice, who broke his arm early in the year. He really doesn't make any kind of a block, but Marcus Allen, as we said earlier, he eludes tacklers, and even when the blocking's not there, he'll pick up his 4 or 5 yards. But Kurt Marsh is a very fine offensive lineman who, as I said earlier, hurt his arm during the course of the preseason.
And Allen now rushing for 38 yards. Riggs of Atlanta's rushed for 37. It's there. Flag is down. Pass is complete to Doki Williams. But there was a marker thrown at the 30-yard line. Scott Case had the coverage.
It looks to me like it was pass interference on the part of the defense. That was Bobby Butler covering.
Holding, number 23, defense, penalty decline, first down.
Holding on Bobby Butler refused. Play goes to the 18.
Here's what you want. Good protection. Now he's going to find Doki Williams one-on-one in the middle, and he's running away clean. And here's where he gets the shot right there by Scott Case, and it's a first down on the 18-yard line. Again, good protection and one-on-ones with your receivers against the defensive backs.
And a gain of 24 yards to the 18. And here's Frank Hawkins. And Hawkins just back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be second down and 10 as Rick Bryan and Mike Gann make the tackle.
Charlie, I talked early about the Atlanta defense. And when they're committed to the bad game, if they're going to be good on defense, particularly pass defense, they've got to rush the quarterback because those 3 defensive backs in the secondary, Kason, Butler, and Case, have got all one-on-ones.
They mark Frank Hawkins for a gain of a yard, second and 9. That carry by Hawkins is the first carry by anybody else offensively besides Marcus Allen.
He's going to Christensen.
Incomplete. And Todd almost had the touchdown.
Christensen was covered by a shift. He shifted to the outside in a split end position, and he was actually covered by a linebacker. And here's Mark Wilson. He had to recock because he came off, and Christensen almost makes an outstanding catch. As a matter of fact, Christensen has made those catches in the past. Look for them to do that again if they can isolate Todd Christensen on a linebacker to the outside.
3rd down and 9.
Got a blitz.
Barely released in time by Mark Wilson. Tim Moffitt tried to pull it in. It was John Rady who was putting the pressure on.
Almost another flag right here, and the only thing that prevented that from being pass interference is the ball was not catchable.
There was a motion call against the Raiders, and I have a
Illegal
feeling it'll be
motion,
refused.
number 46, offense, penalty declined, 4th down.
Ball on Todd Christensen.
As Todd Christensen, you see, he was not set, and he had to be set, even though he's a tight end. He was moving that right arm. 5-yard penalty declined. Now the Raiders are trying to kick a field goal to tie this football game up.
You have to be set, completely stopped for that 1 second, unless you are the man in motion parallel or away from the line of scrimmage.
Well, all offensive linemen have to do that, but that's not necessarily true for tight end. He was actually moving forward.
35 yards away, the field goal is good, and the Raiders have tied it up. The score, Los Angeles 10 and Atlanta 10 with 12 and a half to go in the first half. This is Charlie Jones, Sam Retigliano at 10-10 tie. Are you surprised at this point in the ball game?
Well, I'm surprised, but I think the drop pass in the end zone by Moffitt and the play by Stacy Torren, which he went in front of Arthur Cox, has helped Atlanta. And we said at the top of the show that Atlanta was going to have some help from the Raiders, and they have thus far.
And also with this kind of a day, with a kind of a sloppy field, rain during the day, that, you know, like you said earlier, some strange things can happen.
And it's still early, and they're in the football game.
The kickoff goes through the end zone for the touchback. We'll bring it out to the 20-yard line, where Atlanta will go to work. The last score that we had in on the San Diego-Buffalo game, the Chargers led it 10-0. A Dan Faust to Charlie Joyner 38-yard pass. Bob Thomas with a 29-yard field goal. There it is, 10-0. San Diego in front of Buffalo. As we know that game is blacked out in San Diego, so many of the Charger fans are watching this telecast. Atlanta goes to work at their own 20-yard line. Gerald Riggs has rushed for 38 yards thus far in the ballgame. Archer now opens up throwing on first down, and it is good. Billy Johnson pulls it in, 27 yards on the play.
They're going to work on Stacy Torren. Billy Johnson was singled on Torren right now, and you have to throw the ball on first down. Stay in the pocket, 75. Howie Long comes from the rear, but watch him hit Billy Johnson. Torren is one-on-one, and that's the better receiver. And a big play brings the ball almost up to midfield. Nice catch and a good throw and good protection. Selection of throwing on first down is key for Atlanta right now.
Atlanta's ball at their own 47-yard line, tied 10-10 with 11:45 left to go in the second quarter. And here is Gerald Riggs. And Riggs goes to the 50, so he has 3. And Riggs now has rushed for 40 yards in the ball game. Marcus Allen has rushed for 38, so they are staying even.
Stay close, and as long as they have good field position. Now watch Billy Johnson concentrate and make that catch, and he is being singled on Stacy Torren, who's a strong safety. And outside receivers, one-on-one against a strong safety, most of the time are going to win that battle.
The ball just shy of the 50-yard line. It's second down and 7. Charlie Brown in motion. Little play action fake, a fake of a reverse, and then knocked away by Bill Pickell.
It's play action. They fake the reverse to Billy Johnson, and they want to throw a nice short pass to Arthur Cox, and Bill Pickell, 71, knocked it down. Watch Howie Long get up high, but Pickell right now gets his left hand right in and knock it down, and there's Cox standing right there for the first down.
Third down and 7.
Be careful now. Pass rush pass rush.
Anthony Allen in motion. Pressure coming from the outside. Flag is down. Incomplete. Jeff Barnes was there for the defense. Joe Washington, the intended receiver. There was a flag dropped back at the 45-yard line.
It looks like it's going to be against the Raiders.
Raiders were offside, so it's 3rd down and 7. The down will go over.
Offside.
It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Number 30, defense, 3rd down.
Stacy Turan lining up offsides. Now, Lester Hayes has been caught a couple times doing that this year.
Stacy Turan was on the line of scrimmage looking to blitz, and right now, number 30 is not having a good afternoon. 3rd down and 2 when you have Gerald Riggs can pick up that critical yard. And that big, strong back, they could even go for it with 4th down and less than a yard. But Joe Washington is in the football game.
They're going to throw on 3rd down and 2.
They're going to Joe Washington.
Has a man open, it is there. It is Joe Washington. Big play to the 10-yard line. 35 yards.
They had him isolated on Otis McKinney and a linebacker.
Matt Millen had the coverage on him, number 55.
As Archer throws a nice pass. He gets to the outside of Matt Millen, and anytime you get Joe Washington on Matt Millen, you're going to lose on defense. Now watch him. Coming out of the backfield, he's going to swing out to his right. Now watch him. Stutter step, turn upfield, gets a perfect throw, and key 1st down now on the 10-yard line. Matt Millen needs help when he's got Joe Washington.
1st down just outside the 10. Here's Riggs. Has to step over his own man. He's got it. To 10, Riggs scoring. Officially they mark it from 11 yards out. And the Falcons are back on top. They've never trailed. They've been tied. But now they lead 16 to 10 and threaten to make it 17 to 10.
What they're doing, Charlie, is they're throwing the football with success, as we see the extra point. And that has put the Raiders in a little bit of a problem as far as trying to stop just Gerald Riggs.
An 80-yard drive in 5 plays with Gerald Riggs scoring from 11 yards out. And Lucker's kicking off for Atlanta with Seal and Walker, the 2 deep backs. And this is Sam Seal at the 4-yard line. Gets around the corner to the 20, and then is pushed out of bounds in the neighborhood of the 30-yard line by Sean Thomas. Now let's go back to that touchdown run of Gerald Riggs, his 8th touchdown on the year.
He takes a counter step. He goes up through the hole. Eric Sanders, 67, falls down, but all he needs is a crack, and he's in the end zone. There had to be a good down block by Bill Frelick and Arthur Cox on the right side. He steps right over 67, gets in the end zone for a touchdown. If they get that football in good field position, Gerald Riggs is going to gain a lot of yards, and it's not even half over at this point.
Total net yardage thus far for the Raiders, 109 yards. For Atlanta, 239, more than double. They try to get it back. It is incomplete. Jokey Williams, the intended receiver.
Charlie, the Raiders make those plays in the past. Watch Jokey Williams. He's got a step on Kason. One more step, and he makes that play. And you have to make those plays. That was an excellent pass on the part of Mark Wilson. He should have run right through the ball. He had to step on the corner.
Mark Wilson completing 3 of 10 for 70 yards. 2nd down and 10 at the 30. And here's Marcus Allen. Allen has 10. Allen has 20. Inside the 40, or the market right at the Atlanta 40-yard line.
And what a great block by 84, Jesse Hester on the sideline. Vintage Marcus Allen, I formation. Good block by Hawkins, 27. Breaks to the outside. Another good block by 79, Brad Davis. Now watch him move to the outside. Now watch this block by 84, Hester right there. Gives him an additional 5 yards. And the Raiders are back in good field position with a 1st and 10 on the Atlanta 40.
Marcus Allen, 9 carries, 68 yards. Play action fake by Wilson.
Todd Christensen
is there, catches it as Deckman holds on at the 24-yard line. 16 yards, first down. Todd Christensen, the premier tight end in the National Football League.
Scott Case cannot cover Todd Christensen one-on-one. There he is making a hit, but he's got to cover him. They're putting tremendous pressure on the receivers. Watch him come off the line of scrimmage. Buddy Curry is trying to stop him, but the strong safety has got him one-on-one, and he needs more help underneath by those linebackers.
Second reception for Todd. He has 25 yards in the ballgame. First down for the Raiders at the Atlanta 24-yard line. Marcus Allen has 4 yards to the 20. It'll be second down and 6. Ronnie Washington with the tackle as Marcus kind of steps out of the mud. Field is wet and damp and muddy in spots, but it's in excellent shape.
Isn't it good to see dirty jerseys and mud all over the helmet? It's like playing football back in the good old days.
The way it's supposed to be played.
Exactly.
Oh, and Marcus wanted a special happy birthday to his mother, Marcus Allen's mother. Today's a birthday. So I know she is celebrating along with Marcus, who's having an outstanding game.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Allen. They're going deep again. 84 Hester.
And he's out of the end zone. Jesse Hester has a touchdown reception in the ballgame. That one from Wilson for 37 yards.
There are one-on-ones all over the place. Take a look at the secondary. Hester now is going to break cleanly in front. And it's unfortunate that Wilson did not see him earlier because he threw the ball on the back line. Now watch Wilson right now. He should deliver the ball. He's looking all over. He's trying to focus. He sees it too late. Now he's going to get hit and sandwiches late, but he should have made that play. Hester was open when he crossed the 15-yard line.
Third down.
Watch Stokey Williams now. He's got a one-on-one on the bottom of the screen.
All the time in the world, the pass is incomplete. Christensen, the closest receiver. John Rady was there for the defense. And the field goal team will be coming out.
Mark Wilson looks like he's not focusing on the receivers. He just looks a little tentative right now. And there are receivers, believe me, that are running through that secondary wide open.
Wilson has completed 4 of 13 for 86 yards. Field goal attempt of 37 yards by Chris Barr. And it is no good. Missing to the right. So Chris Barr has hit from 35, but has missed from 37. Let's watch. No, he had a good plant. He just missed it to the right. Looking to see if that plant foot slipped. And the Falcons take over at the 20-yard line. Atlanta leading by 7, 17 to 10. With 7 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the first half.
Just remember now, what's moved their offense is Joe Riggs, but they've had big plays, and they've thrown the ball on first down.
When they've thrown the ball on first down, they have had more success than running it on first down. They come back with Riggs. And he'll get a couple of yards to the 22. Sean Jones makes the tackle. And it'll be second down and 8.
The Raider defense going into the game is geared to stop Riggs. And so the passing game by Atlanta is a surprise. And as a result, they're moving the football because they have good balance in their attack.
San Francisco 14, Washington 5. That's a strange combination of scores in the second quarter. Wendell Tyler scoring. The 49ers from a yard out. And rushing Riggs 53 yards, Marcus Allen 73. With still over 7 minutes to go in the first half. Johnson in motion. The play action fake on second down. And here comes the Raiders. Their second sack. We'll give this one to Bill Pickell. Sean Jones got the first one, the 49th on the year for Los Angeles.
Second and 10. They're not going to worry about the run, and they're going to turn everybody loose. And Atlanta's going to be in trouble as they look at those down and distance situations where the Raiders can rush their up front people.
So mark the ball at the 17-yard line. It's a loss of 5. Third down and 13.
They might go to Joe Washington again. He's the only back in the backfield to try to isolate him.
Flags are down as Archer scrambles to the 26-yard line. That's 4 yards shy of the first down. Otis McKinney, the free safety, makes the tackle for the Raiders. And we point out he does not make the first down. It is holding against Atlanta, and the Raiders will refuse that one. They will want the Falcons to kick.
Holding number 67, offense, penalty decline, fourth down.
The call on Eric Sanders, and Sanders will now move over from left guard to center, and he'll be snapping on the punt to Ralph Giacomello.
He spent the entire week worrying, making sure Howie Long was on the left side, and Howie Long is spending the whole day on his side. I'm not too sure he's happy about that. A computer that Atlanta had was wrong.
And Fulton Walker is set for the return.
It's another returnable ball.
31-yard line. Almost broke it for a big one. The return to the 44. 10 yards on the return. The punt is good for 44 yards. Al Matthews is there on the special teams for the Atlanta Falcons. So now with 5:59 time remaining in the first half, it is 17-10 Atlanta. Raiders have the ball, and here's a program note. Next Sunday on NBC, the Colts at Chicago against the Bears. That'll be a big one. Jets at Buffalo, Miami at Green Bay. The late games, the Raiders at Denver. Denver won today, and Cleveland at Seattle. So the Raiders
in first place
right
and
now.
Cleveland's in first place.
Right now.
Exactly.
And the Raiders, in reality, a half game out. If they can come from behind to win here, then they'll be in a tie. Otherwise, they've got their problems playing at Mile High Stadium. Marcus Allen will lose the yard as Rick Bryan was there to crush it.
What a play by Rick Bryan. It's I formation. Now watch 77 destroy the back and then take the other back who has the football. An outstanding play by that fine #1 draft choice from the University of Oklahoma, Rick Bryan.
Mark it for no gain, so it is second down and 10. Wilson has pressure, and he is sacked at the 31-yard line. First sack for the Atlanta Falcons, and David Fry got it, the linebacker from Purdue.
David Fry is substituted in that situation because of his speed. Now Mark Wilson is looking to go deep, trying to find somebody, and nobody blocks 58 David Fry, and he makes the sack. There had to be a lineman or a back to pick up that linebacker, and Fry came free, and now the Raiders are facing third down and a lot of yards.
Third down and 22. The ball back at the 32-yard line. It's spotted. And they're moving on the 5-minute mark. Time remaining in the first half. The Raiders trail 17-10. Denver defeated Pittsburgh 31-23. And the pass is incomplete. Doki Williams, the intended receiver, Bobby Butler, had the coverage. It'll be fourth down and 22. And that means that Ray Guy will come in to kick. And the Falcons could have good field position.
Mark Wilson has to throw the ball 23 yards to get a completion. Secondary is laid back in zone coverage, tries to get the ball to Doki Williams, but it's an errant throw, thrown out of bounds, and right now, Mark Wilson needs to get his act together because they can throw the football successfully today against Atlanta, but their quarterback right now is having trouble finding those receivers.
Ray Guy will be kicking to Anthony Allen. Oh, here's another great kick. And Allen chases it to the sideline, stays in bounds, goes into the end zone. Almost went out of bounds along the near sideline. 68 yards on the kick. You've got to take 20 off for the net. But, oh, what an awesome display of punting by Ray Guy.
Watch it. Right over the head now. Watch it take the bounce. And instead of going out of bounds, which it usually would do, it goes right into the end zone. Another outstanding kick. Right now, Ray Guy is keeping Atlanta in poor field position, whereas Giacomo is doing the opposite for his offense.
Falcons at their own 20-yard line, first down. Atlanta leading the Raiders 17-10 with 4:44 left to go in the second quarter. Here's Gerald Riggs. Riggs has 6, look at him, 7 yards to the 27. It'll be second down and 3 as Otis McKinney makes the tackle. Otis starting at free safety. Van McElroy with that hamstring. The Raiders would like to keep him out for this ball game and then have him come back in possibly next week and play at Denver.
If Otis McKinney is going to have to tackle Gerald Riggs, he's going to have an unpleasant afternoon.
Second down and 3, and Riggs comes down and Joe Washington comes in. So you look for the Falcons to throw. Washington can run with the ball out of the backfield. And he does, and he scoots through and has the first down. Needed 3, he got 4 to the 31. Sean Jones and Matt Millen with the tackle.
Atlanta has a good game plan. Right now, Joe Washington is in there, it's a passing down, and there's Gary Petts with the hat on, giving a signal, and they ran the ball with Washington. Right now, the thing that they're doing very well offensively, they have a great deal of flexibility, and that's going to help Riggs even more and more as the game goes on.
First down, Riggs back in the ball game. And again, the Falcons have had more success overall throwing on first down than with Riggs running on first down. But here goes Riggs to the right side. And he is caught from behind and will go down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Jerry Robinson got it.
Jerry Robinson is now in the football game, and they acquired that all-pro linebacker from the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, Al Davis making a key acquisition in 1985.
Riggs, 16 carries, 60 yards rushing thus far. And, of course, the outstanding defensive play of Reggie McKenzie, the rookie taken in the 10th round of the draft, has kept Robinson on the bench a lot.
That's right, and that's bigger than people think for a rookie to make the defensive team of the Los Angeles Raiders.
Here's the draw. Bill Packel saves what could have been a first down as he got Gerald Riggs.
If he'd have got turned upfield, I'll guarantee you that would have been a first down. And Bill Packel came from the nose tackle position. Now there's Howie Long. Now watch Packel right now. Freilich should have picked up that block. Freilich, number 79, should have turned back and blocked Packel, and Riggs would have dealt with the people in front of him. As Freilich comes through the hole, he has to look for that so that you always block behind the runner, not in front of the runner.
They're not playing stand around. They're watching the clock. It is now 2 minutes to go in the first half. They were just waiting on the countdown. We've got a timeout. We'll be back with the last 2 minutes of the first half in just a moment with Atlanta out in front of the Raiders by 7. Earlier today, Denver defeated Pittsburgh 31-23, so the Broncos, their record now is 9-4. They'll be hosting the Los Angeles Raiders Mile High Stadium next Sunday. And right now, the Raiders trail the Falcons 17-10. And, of course, those two teams were tied for the lead in the AFC West early this morning. Third down, 10 yards to go. Archer rolls, throws deep, overthrows the intended receiver, and is intercepted by Otis McKinney. And Otis McKinney has his first interception of the year.
Dave Archer would like to have had that one back because he rolled to his left, he had plenty of time, and McKinney came over with support behind the corner and made the play. It just was a poor throw. Watch Archer rolling again to his left, He wants to make sure he has plenty of time to throw. He's trying to single out. Mike Haynes is covering Charlie Brown, and the ball is overthrown. Now McKinney does the smart thing right here. Stay in bounds. There's less than 2 minutes to play. Get back into the field. Bring it upfield close to the 50. Give your team a chance now to either score a touchdown. We got all the timeouts we need and good field position.
The ball at the Atlanta 44-yard line, 22 yards on the return by Otis McKinney. Wilson fires. Christensen has it right at the first down marker.
Charlie, I would do that all day long if they're going to split Todd Christensen out and have a linebacker, number 56.
Al Richardson.
Al Richardson cover. Uh-oh, Scott Case is hurt, the strong safety. They also have someone else down.
David Fry is also injured. So we've got an injury timeout, and we'll take a timeout back in a moment. The measurement has been taken. It is a first down at the Atlanta 34-yard line. Wilson now has completed 5 of 15 for 96 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Todd Christensen, 3 receptions for 35 yards. And Sam, you said you just keep going back to it.
There he goes right now. They're splitting him out for a reason. He's being covered by a linebacker.
Here's Marcus Allen coming inside, and he will have about 2, maybe 3 yards to the 31. It'll be second down and 7. Mike Pitts with the tackle.
Charlie, there's no way I would run the ball at this point if you're going to cover Todd Christensen with a linebacker. And I think I've made the point clear.
And the Raiders take a timeout, stopping the clock with the ball at the 31-yard line. And 1 minute and 26 seconds left to go in the first half. And don't forget, be sure to stay with us at halftime for NFL 85, updating not only the late scores, but also all of the finals and an interview with Lyle Alzado.
There is the Wilsons on a sideline talking to Tom Flores, and what they're talking about right now is, look, we have 2 timeouts, a minute and 26 seconds. There's plenty of time to move the ball up the field. They don't want to go in now kicking a field goal, although they'll take the field goal. They want to tie this football game up because of the interception by Dave Archer. An important thing right now is get the ball to Todd Christensen. I look for Atlanta right now to make some type of adjustment, and very frankly, their receivers have been running free up the field. Mark Wilson has just not been able to get him the football, and he's had excellent pass protection.
Updating the rushing battle between Marcus Allen and Gerald Riggs. Riggs number 1 in the NFL, Allen number 2. Well, right now, Allen is number 1 by 3 yards overall for the season. Knocked away. Hawkins, the intended receiver. Rick Bryan with the defensive play.
Good call. It was a screen, and Rick Bryan couldn't get to the quarterback, but he got his hands up, and he knocked the ball down. Screen pass now. Lay back, lay it off to Hawkins, and as you can see right there, Bryan makes an outstanding play because Frank Hawkins could have picked up some yardage and gotten this ball closer for into field goal range. Now they got to throw the ball upfield and throw for the first down.
Third down at the 31-yard line. Yoki Williams in motion, and he reverses.
Marcus Allen hasn't caught a pass.
And the pass is incomplete. He wanted to go to Christensen, and Todd got caught in traffic coming across.
He was going to the flag, and Wilson should have waited for him, although it looks like there's a little bit of miscommunication between Christensen and Wilson. Now watch him come off. He's going to go to the inside. Now he wants to break back to the outside, but Wilson has to wait. If he waits and lays the ball up, it's a touchdown. Now I don't know why Wilson didn't wait on the play, because it was clear that Christensen was running an outside route to the flag.
A 49-yard field goal attempt by Chris Barr. Ray Guy holding. And Dave Dalby with the snap. Almost blocked. He gets it off, and it is good from 49 yards away. Tiger Green was going for the block. He did not get it. So Chris Barr now has hit from 35 and 49. He has missed from 37, and the Raiders pull within 4 of the Atlanta Falcons.
Tiger Green coming from the outside now. He just lays out, and you could actually see both his hands, and the ball almost goes through both hands. You really have to have a free release if you're going to block the ball from the outside, because the snap and the hold should get it up, and an outside rusher should never block it unless somebody on the wing didn't block him.
What do you mean by a free release?
A free release means that the wingman on the outside of the protection let him go free, and he didn't block him. All you have to do is nudge him, and he'll never block it if you have the proper snap.
So if the block comes from the outside, then nobody touched it, right?
Exactly. He came in free.
All right.
Just like the lunches we get every week.
Cliff Austin and Dan Wagner are set to return the kickoff of Chris Barr. And Austin will return it from 2 yards deep in the end zone. The gamble does not pay off. 18 yards on the return to the 16-yard line. Atlanta with 2 timeouts remaining. The Raiders have 2 timeouts remaining. And we have 1 minute and 9 seconds left to go in the first half, with Atlanta leading 17-13.
They've got a minute and 9 seconds, 2 timeouts. No reason in the world to sit on the football.
Officials are going to spot the ball at the 17-yard line. They mark it first down. And here's the draw with Gerald Riggs. Riggs plows to the 24-yard line. So he has 7. It'll be second down and 3 as Matt Millen is there.
They're not going to use the timeout, so they're going to sit on the football. They're going to go in at the half with a 17-13 lead, which is certainly beyond any expectations they had for the first 30 minutes of this football game.
Because the Falcons have won only 2 games prior to this game. The record is 2-10. 2 weeks ago, one of the 2 teams that they have beaten this year, the Los Angeles Rams, 30-14, but they did that one on turnovers. There were 5 turnovers in the ball game that capitalized on that. Basically, today, the Falcons, now they take a timeout to stop the clock with 29 seconds.
Atlanta.
Which I'm surprised they did that.
I'm surprised they did that because they knew they were going to pick up the first down. Now they only have 29 seconds with 1 timeout left. As we see the brain trust on the sideline with Dan Henning, the head coach, without the hat, right in the middle.
Is this a situation where they might want to go deep? And if they pick up a deep play, they could take the timeout, their 1 remaining, and go for a long field goal attempt.
Without question. Go deep now for the very reason that you just gave, and the possibility of a pass interference, because they'll have to cross the 50-yard line, get inside the 40 to try to attempt a field goal.
I'll be all right.
Right now, Dan Henning does not want a turnover. He doesn't want him to throw an interception. If you remember the last time they had the ball, David Archer threw an interception, and it cost him 3 points because Chris Barr kicked a field goal.
In the rushing battle between Gerald Riggs and Marcus Allen, I think it's going to end up today who has the ball last. Marcus Allen has rushed for 75 yards. Gerald Riggs has rushed for 74 yards. So overall, Riggs is back in first place in the National Football League. He came in as the leading rusher by 12 yards over Marcus Allen. The story within the story. 30-yard line, first down, 29 seconds time remaining first half, and Johnson goes in motion. Archer goes sliding for 9 to the 39-yard line. Bill Fralick with the block out in front. James Davis was there to cover him.
What he should have done then, Charlie, save the timeout. Run out of bounds, David. Run out of bounds and save that critical timeout. Now you have no timeouts left, 18 seconds. He's rolling out for pass protection. He decides now there's no receiver. He's going to run straight up the field. There are a lot of young, bold quarterbacks, but there are no old, bold quarterbacks.
Right.
Run out of bounds.
David Archer, 6'2", 203 pounds, collegiate ball, Iowa State. This is his second year in the National Football League, signed as a free agent last year.
Right now, David Archer is out playing Mark Wilson, and that basically is the difference in this football game.
Now, we've talked about the rushing ability of Gerald Riggs. Well, Archer is the number 2 rusher for the Atlanta Falcons. He has 3 carries for 18 yards in this ball game, rushed for 229 yards coming into this game.
I'm going to reiterate what I said before.
You're right.
Don't do it too often, David.
That's right.
Don't do it too often. There are too many casualties before you that ran too much in this league. Go out of bounds or find that open receiver upfield.
Atlanta using their last timeout. You can tell from the cheerleaders that we did have inclement weather. Rain today and rain last night.
Good ball game, and now we have better weather.
Second down and 2 yards to go for the first down as they spot the ball at the 38-yard line. 18 seconds left to go in the first half. And here is Riggs, has the first down and goes out of bounds, stops the clock with 13 seconds. James Davis was chasing him. And Jeff Barnes was also there.
Now, did you notice that big running back run out of bounds?
He has more experience carrying the ball, too.
He picked up the first down and went out of bounds. They got Joe Washington in the game. They may try to throw one for the possibility of an interference or a deep pass, but they don't have a timeout, and that'll kill them if they complete a deep pass, because they'll never get the field goal team in there on time. You need 18 seconds without a timeout to line up and kick a field goal.
And they only have 13 remaining in the first half. First down at the 40-yard line. Little slipping and sliding. Get out of bounds. That's Joe Washington. And an official goes down. And the clock continues to move and goes to 0-0. There was a fumble at the end of the play. James Davis was there. The Raiders are saying they have the ball.
But it looks like the half is over.
Or will they put time back on the clock? Let's see. Jeff Barnes was also there. No. Pointing, firing the gun. He did not get out of bounds. Fumbled the ball. And in the meantime, time expired. I'm surprised at that ending of the first half.
Well, I'm surprised the way they utilize this. Tom Flores now talking to the official, but Joe Washington caught the football. They fumbled it. The Raiders recovered, but the clock ran out. Now, Joe Washington now is trying to go back inside. There's James Davis now is trying to keep him inbound so the clock runs out. He goes to the ground. The ball looks like it's fumbled, but the clock had run out, and the half is over. And right now, the biggest difference in this half has been the play of Dave Archer, where he's made the big plays upfield in the passing game, and Mark Wilson has missed a lot of big plays that the Raiders could have been right back in this football game.
It's Atlanta 17, the Raiders 13. NFL 85 halftime activities will continue in just a moment. We'll be right back after these messages from your local station.